So when we started Shoes of Prey, we actually brainstormed for many years actually, coming up with different ideas. We had a long list of ideas. It wasn't that we wanted to necessarily start a shoe company. We wanted to do something that was going to be cool. And we'd read this book called Purple Cow, which talks about creating things that are remarkable. And Jody had spent a lot of time in Hong Kong designing shoes in this little shop. And Michael said, why don't we take this idea and put it on the internet? So collaborating with different people is a great way to come up with ideas. Just being open to different things around you, just observing how problems that people have, problems that you have yourself, and just being curious, I think, is a good way. You want to ask as many people as you can about the idea, and people are very protective of their ideas, and I've been guilty of this myself, where you don't want to tell anyone about the idea. But I think the best way to find out if it's a good idea is to tell your friends and see what they think. And then if they think it's an okay idea, maybe do something very basic. Can you make, instead of making an app, can you do something on paper? Can you test the idea somehow with a bunch of people? And if people are resonating with the idea, then take it further. With Shoes of Prey, in the early days, Michael and I were working at Google, and we actually made shoes for women in the Google office in Sydney. And when the shoes came, we would help them, try them on, and we'd see, did they like it? And so the idea sort of went from there. So I think actually at university it's a really good time to meet excellent people that you might want to start a business with. So Michael and I both went to UQ together, and we knew each other very well. We were in the student societies together, and he met Jody, who became his wife through university. And so the three of us were sort of good friends, and the co-founder relationship sort of came out of that. I think if you know someone really well and you've worked with them on student projects before, and you sort of know their working style and you know that you guys work well together, that's a really, really good sign. Yeah, so at the moment it's just me running Mottle, and it's actually quite lonely and compared to sort of Shoes of Prey. And I'm talking to some people now about potentially having them join. And it's very difficult. If you don't know someone you've never worked with them before, it's a much harder process, I think. But there's some ways that you can do it. I think you can do little projects together in the beginning, and you can structure the ownership of the shares to sort of vest over a period of time. But yeah, while you're at university, meet lots of people, and find who you work well with. Different learning styles or different working styles that sort of complement your skills. The other thing is that Michael's skills are in business, my skills are in technology, so computer science, and Jody's skills is in marketing and advertising. So we had very complementary skills. I think, if you're in the computer science department, you might meet lots of people in the computer science department, but they not necessarily will be a great co-founder because they will have the same skills as you. So try to meet other people, at university, not just in your own department. The big one for me is artificial intelligence, so deep learning neural networks. If I was at university right now, that's what I would be concentrating my time on. There's a lot of things going on in that space as well, so autonomous cars, robotics. They're the areas I'm sort of very excited about. And I actually hope to use some of that inside Mottle as well, particularly on the AI front. But if I was at university today, that's what I'd be studying. That's it.